Hey everyone, and welcome to this video. Today I'm at the junkyard, and what I'm going to show you is this 1997 Ford F250. I think it's a 250. The badges are gone. But anyway, this is going to be an in-depth video, sort of going over details of what options you could have, trim levels, and such like that. As always, we'll start out under the hood. And this one came equipped with a 5.8 liter V8. Also available in this body style was a 4.9 liter straight 6 and a 7.5 liter V8, which is also the 460. Now, above all that, there's one more. The 7.3 liter IDI non-turbo, or the 7.3 liter Power Stroke turbo diesel. Now we'll go over the years a bit for the diesels because they were differed. So the 7.3 IDI was available in this one from 1992 to 1993. Now you actually could get the IDI turboed in the 1992 and 1993 years. It wasn't as common, but it was available. Now in 1994, the Power Stroke came out, and you got a 7.3 liter still, but it was called the Power Stroke V8, and that was when the Super Duty name came over to F250s. And the turbo diesel is by far my favorite. But the cost of parts went up significantly when they did that because it came less mechanical. This 5.8 liter is all mechanical. Now this is the package I exactly want as far as cab configuration goes. It's the crew cab, which is full 4-door with the 8-foot bed and the dual tanks. Dual tanks was another really neat option they had, but honestly, the tanks, it was two smaller tanks that didn't equate to much more than what you would get out of one. But unlike the GM competitor, the gas doors were both on the driver's side. On the GM one, there was one on this side, one on that side over there. Now this one here looks like it was painted with a paintbrush. The paint is so bad on it. Now these were available front 4-wheel drive or rear wheel. Now the transmission options were kind of sparse. You could get a 5-speed, which was a ZF5, and you could get a 4-speed automatic, and that 4-speed automatic was an E4OD. It was one of the worst automatic transmissions Ford ever came out with. Now these tip-out windows actually work in this one, which is kind of neat. They typically break by now. This one has the vinyl interior, but it has a patched-in floor, which was very common on these because the Ford had a floor that came over here and wires passed through this area, which you can see them right going through here. And they'd sit and water would get in there and sit and rot it out. Now the rockers also rotted out, but typically this area rotted out first. This one has manual windows, but the headliner is in surprisingly good shape. Now this one was 4-wheel drive, and they came with solid axle front and rear. This one is all stock. It has no options at all. Helps if it's unlocked. Well then. I don't know if I'm unlocking this side. I don't know if I'm opening this side up. And that door doesn't want to shut now either. Probably sticky hinges. This thing sat for a while, probably But here's the front bumper. Now, the cab configurations you could get single cab long bed, single cab short bed, extended cab long bed, extended cab short bed, crew cab short bed, and crew cab long bed. Now, there was no 5.5 foot bed available at this time, and I'm honestly glad there wasn't, because a 5.5 foot bed is kind of silly. Could you imagine your truck bed stopping right here? Yeah, I'm on a wide angle lens, but that is pretty small still. But you guys look at the house paint with brush in it. House paint with cheap paint brushes. The back seat's actually honestly not in bad shape. It was definitely a work truck though, and it definitely had it had the big mirrors. It had the big mirrors that had the, I don't even have the words to explain it, but you know what I mean. It had the big towing mirrors of its day, which were not all that good looking. Now, this one you could also get torsion beam front suspension, not torsion, twin I-beam. Twin I-beam front suspension. And that was also available in the four-wheel drive as well. And if this was a 250, it got the twin I-beam. If this was a 350, it got the solid axle. As far as I know, that is. Now, it was manual four-wheel drive, of course, being in the 94s. But I think at that time, the power four-wheel drive was available too. There's a lot of rust under there. Not too extensive of rust, but a lot of it. It would be a big project to restore this thing. Someone tried to fix it and keep it going, but I think it just got away from them. Anyways, that's the rundown of the 92 to 94 or 97 Ford Super Duty trucks, which is F250 to F350. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button as well as subscribe for more. Have a great day, everyone.